So another day. There's supposed to be later today the which like everyone's all excited about the Call of Duty multiplayer reveal. Just, I mean, I'll watch it, but like, will I get excited over it? Hmm. I never do. I never do usually. Eh, I feel like ever since Black Ops 4, I felt that Treyarch kind of was going in the wrong direction. Um, because I really liked the Black Ops series. I liked 1, 2, and 3. I played a lot of 2, a lot of 3, and then 4 I did get and I played, and I couldn't get into it. I played the multiplayer quite a bit, um, but I think the reason why I just kept playing it was just because it was a newer Call of Duty, and that was it. Um, and it was kind of like it's kind of Call of Duty's always been like kind of like my guilty pleasure for games because I think that a lot of what COD does is they don't innovate as much. They don't do anything new. I mean, if we look at Modern Warfare, there's nothing new there other than the engine. Like the new engine is phenomenal. Like that's great. But like story wise, the characters, like the multiplayer did mix things up. Like it felt a lot weightier, which was nice. And then the mounting system, which a lot of people hate, uh, and the movement and everything. So like that was kind of nice. Like that was a little bit something that was different, and I think that's fine. As far as like with the story goes, where they were doing like this whole like soft reboot and everything, I don't think that was great. I don't think that was like hugely innovative. It was just like, hey, let's just retell this story again. The franchise that kind of like really brought popularity into the series. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like ever since then, the multiplayer hasn't really been. I mean, I would say I probably would say that Modern Warfare, the most recent one, would probably be the most different out of everything, and different in a lot of good ways. I think the last game that did do that, in my opinion, was Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, I played the fucking shit out of. Like I played that multiplayer so much, and that was because the movement system was so different and so smooth, and I loved it because it was like it required a lot of like dashing and boosting and moving around, and like there was sliding and running, and it had such a great fast pace to it that like really brought it up to the next level, and I love that. But like a lot of people hated it, and I don't know why. um, Probably because on controller you can't boost around as quickly, so that's why people just stuck with Ghost when Ghost came out. Which is a shame because Advanced Warfare brought something new, and I thought it was kind of cool and a lot of fun, and that's why I've got like over 100 hours in that game. I have it on Steam I played it when it first came out. Also, the engine that they used for that was like so good looking, but then they just like didn't use it after that. They just kind of like after Ghost came out, they just kept reusing that engine until basically until Modern Warfare came out. Now that Modern Warfare has been out, they've been using that engine for everything because you look at Cold War, and now it's like they're using that same engine. So it's like there's no real innovation sometimes, and that's what kind of sucks. And that's what I'm looking at Cold War is that there doesn't seem to be innovation. They're kind of still treading off of the first Black Ops game. I mean, I know it's a continuation of 2, um, which I haven't played Black Ops. I mean, I did replay a lot of the COD games recently, like all the story ones. Like I did. Well, I mean, not to say that Call of Duty 1 through 3, like the like original Call of Duty, like when it was called Call of Duty, just Call of Duty. Um, I mean, I've played the very first one, and then the second one I think I played. Third I didn't play, and then Modern Warfare came out. And then that one I played, and then moving forward. Um, but yeah, I've played like almost all of them, and usually I don't know. It's just something about Cold War just seems off to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like it just seems that Treyarch, because they tried to do something new with Black Ops 4, and then, you know, it wasn't really well received, I think. Because Blackout was kind of shoehorned in. Like, it wasn't really fleshed out. It was kind of rushed just because it was like the BR craze was happening. So, like, I think Activision was just like, we gotta fucking hop on this train, so let's fucking make one. So I think Treyarch was kind of rushed into it, and that's why Blackout was like okay, like not great, but it was okay. But Warzone is like clearly they had more time. They had more time to flesh it out, make the map that they did, and then kind of like flesh out the gameplay so that way it works with that, so it complements that. And that's fine, but I don't think I don't get why some people are saying like there better be a BR in this in Cold War, and it's like I don't think there should be. I really don't. I think Warzone should just stay the BR mode. Like that should be. I mean, it's already free. Like, fucking just have it, dude. Like, why change it? Just leave that. Let Warzone be like the CoD franchise BR, right? Like, just if you take anything from any of the other Call of Duty games, like, I mean, they already have Woods in Warzone for like as a pre-order bonus. Just keep bringing operators in. Just keep bringing the characters from other franchises in, and then boom, there you go. There's your BR game. It's just Call of Duty Warzone. Bam, done. Like that's the BR game. I think that should just stay that, because it's just not sustainable for developers. Even like I'm sure they're busting their ass to like keep Warzone to be A, fun, B, balanced, and then, you know, especially with like what's going on and everything, like they can't really work on it like all the time. They can try, but you can't expect every 3 years to be like there's gonna be a new BR within the Call of Duty games. And it's like, dude, they're probably already spending so much time on the campaign, which I would actually rather have, to be honest. If they can take more effort and make a good story out of the Call of Duty games, like, I'm more for that than, you know, like the multiplayer will be just a fucking rehash anyway. So like, why not make the story like really good? And, you know, like that's what gets people. But I mean, of course, they don't give a fucking shit about the campaign, which sucks, because that's like sometimes the stories are really good. The Black Ops 1 game, like I didn't actually care for Black Ops 1 when it came out, because I was kind of bummed that like how the Modern Warfare like 1, 2, and 3, how those were treated. Like, I mean, I loved 1, 2 was great, and then 3 was just kind of like, it was just weird. Like, just the direction. I mean, the multiplayer was awesome, but like the story for those 3 games, it just got stale. Because it's like it was just the same kind of. I mean, 2 was obviously awesome. Like 2 was great, and then 3 was just like, oh, you're still chasing this dude, cool. Yeah, it's just, it didn't seem neat to me. I mean, the only cool part was like in 3 was at the very end where you play as Price, and then you go after oh god, I can't remember his name, but you go after him, and then, you know, you go after the big baddie, and you're in the Juggernaut suit and everything. Like, that was cool. Like, but that was like the last like 5 minutes of the game, and that was it. And it was like, oh, okay. So like everything else leading up to that is just like, oh, let's chase him, let's chase this dude. So it's like, it's okay. So then after that, I didn't really care. And then like Black Ops 1 came out, and I like didn't care about Call of Duty. I was like, dude, the story they're kind of fucking up. Like, I don't really care. And then like Black Ops 2 came out, and then like that's when I started hearing. I was like people were like, no, Black Ops 1 is like really good. Like the story's like really good. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So I tried it, and then like, yeah, like the story was like, the direction that they went with it was like so good, like it was so interesting, and like just like there was so much mystery to it that they were jumping around and like playing around with, and like all these things with like the numbers and like all that shit. And I was just like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like, that's neat. But it's just like Cold War just seems like it's still trying to harp off of that. And it's just like, come on, guys, just like, you already have the idea, like, just build off the world, which it does seem like they are kind of doing, I guess, at least with the story. But like, you know, I mean, obviously when it was announced, when the game was announced for the campaign and everything, you know, they did the whole numbers thing, and they did all that, and with the lines crossing off it. So it's like, yeah, I know that's like what Black Ops is, but like, it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing again and again. It's just the presentation of it is the same. And maybe if that's just because that's the style, okay, fine, I guess. And my dog is fucking barking in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. I locked him downstairs, and we have a friend staying over because the power was out at her place. So we brought her over, and she's got a dog, and so Oscar wants to play with him. So that's why he's barking right now. So I gotta go yell at him. But we'll do that before I get into Modern Warfare, so that way he's quiet. Or I'll just lock him in here, I guess. Yeah, I think I'll just lock him in here. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts. I think the multiplayer reveal is not going to be amazing. Of course, a lot of other people are probably going to be like, "Wow, I can't believe it. I can't wait to play." But it's like, you're getting paid. You're getting paid to say that shit because you're going to be sponsored by it, and I know it. Like, you know, and I get it. That's fine. You know, you gotta make money. That's cool and all, but like, but at the same time, it's also like, man, it's just like, I don't know. Just look and see how things get revealed, I guess. Kind of see the details. For me personally, every Call of Duty game now, like, I think ever since I bought Black Ops 4 on day one, and I think ever since then I've just kind of been like, I mean, it's been I do wait usually. Like, I would actually say after Modern Warfare 2, I always wait. Hold on. But yeah, I think ever since then, I just kind of like do my own. I just wait and see and hear what people have to say, and then I kind of make the decision for myself. I kind of like see how the gameplay is and how the reviews are, and then I'll kind of decide, like, you know, do I really want to get this or not? Because like, if it's the same thing year after year, I'd would rather keep playing fucking Warzone and Modern Warfare, to be honest. I mean, I know a lot of the player base is probably going to jump over to Cold War anyway, because I'm already seeing fucking woods run around all over the place in Warzone anyway, so whatever. But yeah, I mean, if the story is good, yeah, I'd be down. But the thing is like, I wish that they would just take the Call of Duty games and just break it up into... I wish they would just break it down to, like, different prices for different sections, right? Okay, so say for example, Modern Warfare, we have a story, we have the multiplayer, we have Warzone, we have the co-op, right? So that's 4 different modes that we have to play. What if they made, I mean, obviously Warzone's going to be free, so that's free, whatever. So that's one mode down. So we have these other 3. We have story, multiplayer, and co-op. Story, maybe make it like $20, like a separate purchase. Okay, so make that a separate purchase. Make that $20. Multiplayer, make that $30, because that's going to be the most played, like, obviously. And you want to bump up that price because they got to pay for servers. Okay, so that's $30. So that's already $50 right there for story and multiplayer. And then the co-op is like $10 because, I mean, it's like it's kind of a niche crowd that plays the co-op, you know. And like $10 would kind of be like, you know, oh, so there's, you know, $10 is like, for people, it's like, oh, well, hey, I want to do a co-op Call of Duty game. Okay, well, it's only $10. Oh, cool. So now I can play with a bunch of friends, you know what I mean? Like, or whatever. So there you go. And that's $60 right there. And that's $60 for the whole package, for everything. So it's like that. Or you just chop it up into like different bits and then sell it separately as under like one game, and then you get to pick and choose what you install into your, like, and I emphasize the pick and choose what you install, because I would absolutely, like, right now, if I had the option, I would absolutely uninstall the story and co-op for my machine if that's what saves me space, and then so I could just like hold on to multiplayer and Warzone. I absolutely would uninstall the other shit. And what's weird is that they used to do that. They used to do that with back when they were selling COD on Steam. They had a single player multiplayer like installs that were separate, and that was nice because it was like, oh, I just want to play the campaign. Cool. Install that. Done. Want to play multiplayer? All right, cool. It's a separate install. And it's just like, that's so much better because it's just like, it just saves space instead of just keeping everything and forcing to have some of those files on there. Because, I mean, like every time when there's an update in Modern Warfare, for like just across the board, I have to wait for the shaders to load, and not just multiplayer. Like I have to wait for like campaign and co-op and all that other shit. Like I have to wait for the shaders to load and all that before I can do anything, because like it makes my game like kind of jittery, which, you know, I mean, it's for optimization reasons, but like I have to wait for that shit to upload. And it's like, why? Like, why not just give me the option to just get rid of the fucking campaign and co-op, keep the multiplayer in Warzone, done. That's it. That's all I need. You know, and that'll maybe save me like 20, 30 gigs of hard drive space. Anyway, it's my long rant about the Cold War multiplayer.